I forgot to put salt in. Oyo, fellow indoor lords of the COVID dance. Let's not beat around the bush, champions. It's no secret that I love to dip my toe in the naughty language pool from time to time. An issue that's kind of limited this channel in some respects for a little while now. So recently I was sent a kind of internet semaphore letting me know that I need to kind of ease up a bit on it, otherwise I'll end up in the sin bin. This is kind of cramping my style a bit here. On one hand, I love swearing, but on the other hand, I kind of don't want to affect my chances of my videos reaching more people. So I've come up with a solution. While it is physically possible for me not to swear, I don't really want to do that. So instead of doing it less, I'm just going to do it more. But I'm going to try my luck at fucking beeping it all out. If I'm going to be held to this kind of standard, then so's other offensive stuff like sauce. This is going to be a very interesting episode, champions. So grease up those eardrums because I'm going fucking ham on the beep button. Now, back in the good old days when it used to be safe to go out to eat in Sydney, we used to swan about buying things like chicken burgers. A food very famous in Sydney, particularly on Beach. So in memory of leaving the house and managing not to have a massive panic attack at the same time, I thought we could make a version of one of the best chicken burgers of all time, the Portuguese style chicken burger. What do we need to do to make this happen? Well, I'll fucking show ya. Right, as usual, onto the fucking thing. You may notice that there's a few sections there. That's because I thought it'd be fucking fun to make the chili sauce and the mayo as well. Righto, now beep off. Fuck. Righto, we're gonna need this here. If you don't have one of these, that's alright. You can use a blender if your blender can fucking manage that. Or you can use a mortar and pestle and just fucking out of it. So in we go with the garlic, big red chilli, the end bit off. I'm going to put in 2 bird's eye chilies, cut the fucking tails off them. You can take the seeds out if you wanted a kind of medium-y heat. Now in with the zest and the juice of 1 lemon. You can hear my bracelet?
Yeah.
Should we beep out the bracelet? I don't think these fucking lemons have seeds in them, but if they do, strain the seeds out because you don't want to fucking blend up the seeds. Then in with some brown sugar, if you wouldn't mind. Spoon there we go. Smoked paprika, olive oil. Took me about 3 hours to work out how to get this thing to go when I got it. Beep out the pulse, I dare ya. Right. It's gone everywhere. Now, because chicken breast can end up as dry as a dead dog's dick, you want to kind of fucking flatten it out a bit so it's a bit uniform. Very carefully, you want to run your knife down the centre of the breast there. Kind of butterfly it out like that. You can separate those 2 sections. I'm going to clean my bloody fucking hands. Get yourself some fucking happy wrap. Stick that over the top. And with something flat, you want to knock these flat. We want to kind of avoid the tear dropping thing so one end doesn't cook faster than the other. So when you flatten the fuck out of it, it's all kind of nice and even. Into a bowl. In goes the marinade. To the chicken! I forgot to put salt in. Ideally you would have put salt in there when you blended it all together, but I'm a fucking head and forgot to do that, so I'm just going to add it to here. Now give it a good mix together. Cover it in this fucking shit. Stick it in the fridge for 10 minutes. Or longer, if you like. Now we're about to do something very similar, but a little bit different. Righto, let's freaking do it. Blammo. Righto. This is very similar to the other thing, but we've got a couple of little changes. Again, goes the zest of 1 lemon. Same amount of garlic. I'm using a red onion. You could probably use other types of onion. I haven't tried it, so fucking you try it. Obviously don't stress too much about cutting that up. I'm using a fresh bay leaf. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. In with some salt, same with the brown sugar. Smoked paprika, slightly more olive oil this time. I'm using 30 mils of oil. Juice from a lemon. I'm going to put in 6 bird's eye chilies. Just because I've got one of these left, I'm going to put a big one in as well. In you go, Joe. Party on, John. Now, we want to put this shit into a frying pan. Now I'm going to put this on the stove, but I'm not going to turn it on yet. Right. Well, now it's time to make the mayonnaise. Let's f***ing party. Separate the yolk from the white, and we're going to put the yolk in the mayo bowl. F***ing easy done. Boom. Now this is a bit f***ing weird, I get it. The first time I saw mayonnaise made, I was like, what the f*** are you doing? What do you mean that mayo is made out of f***ing eggs and oil? So let me show you how to f***ing make it. I'm using grapeseed oil. You can use like veggie oil or some kind of low to no flavoured oil. If you use olive oil, it's going to taste f***ing shitloads like olive oil. We'll try this trick here. Get a pot, throw the tea towel over it. Plonk that in. How good's that? Very, very f***ing slowly. We want to drizzle in, and I mean f***ing drizzle, into the egg yolk as you whisk. A little bit at a time. If you dump it in too quickly, it'll just f***ing end up an oily, bloody f***ing mess. Now, we're at about the kind of halfway mark with this oil, and it's starting to look like mayonnaise. So you're going to tablespoon of vinegar and whisk that in. The vinegar kind of makes it change colour, and then so on and so forth. You can tip it in a little quicker towards the end, so you don't have to drip your whole way there, Darren. Great. This next bit's kind of to your taste, I suppose. I'm going to put in kind of 2/3 of a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, pinch of salt, squeeze a lemon. And mix that in. Once it looks like mayonnaise, champions, you've got yourself mayonnaise. Now, if you wanted a bit more tart, put a bit more lemon in there. Unreal. It's weird, right? It's weird that that does that. Now, to be honest, there'll be way more than you need there, but I figured maybe you could put some in a sterilised jar and it off into your fridge. Right. Shall we make some fucking chicken burgers? Come over here then. Chicken out of the fridge. The stove on. I want to lightly simmer this sauce for a bit and kind of condense it down a bit, because at the moment it's a touch runny and we want to make it more condimenty. Is that a word? Definitely not. Here we go. Starting to happen. Get that range hood on. Woo! Very lightly simmer. Just keep stirring it and frying it for a couple of minutes. I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Frying an egg. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because we're going to put a bit of this lightly over the top of the bun, and then we're going to sprinkle some sesame seeds on there. So we've got a sesame seed bun. Now we'll set this aside just before we bake the bun. Whoa, that's not mucking around. Holy f***. Righto, I'm happy with that. I'll fang that into its own little bowl, and we'll just set it aside. Chicken time. Onto the stove. Fang in a little oil. I'm going to get our pan nice and f***ing hot. Then we want to go with our chicken bits. Now that shit has had raw chicken in it, so don't fucking eat it. Now if you bashed it nice and flat, this shouldn't take too long to cook at all. You don't want to overcook the out of chicken breast because it goes dry and tastes like shit. Over we go. While that side's cooking, get your grill on. Now you want to egg wash the top of the bun. I can't find my f***ing brush, so I'm just going to use a paper towel. Into the oven. There we go. In you go. Keep a f***ing eye on that grill because the shit goes quickly. You want to lightly toast the top of the bun. Now slip that on its fucking lid. Bang some cheese on. In we go. While that's melting, let's off back over here. Got a chicken. Melted cheese. Look at that. Sometimes when I'm feeling blue, I wanna eat burgers with you. So I flatten out some chicken breast. Peri peri is the fucking best. These feelings I cannot hide as I put chili on the inside down. thing I pray. Let's do it every day. Let's burger, I say. Let's eat burgers today. Have a fucking go at that. Let's be honest, this isn't some ASMR channel, nor do I think there's a great deal of people out there that want to listen to me masticate away at a chicken burger. Oh, I'll just bleep it out then. But in all seriousness, this is truly unreal. Give it a crack. Don't give yourselves too much of a hard time. Just remember, you're a bloody champion. Oh yeah. And jar sauce! Fucking